Hi Taurus Moons, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144, very happy, grateful, and truly blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the lovely zodiac sign of Taurus. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread using the Cosmic Tarot deck. I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling. And I just want to say that I hope that you all are doing very well, feeling well, and staying blessed. Being that beautiful you and owning what is rightfully yours. No weapon formed shall prosper. We'll do a couple more here. And we'll split the deck. And we'll leave this right about there. If I need to move it, then I will. I feel like I will, but we'll just go with the flow. So the first card we have is the 8 of Cups. So this is a really good card. I feel that with this card, like overall the collective, I feel is like this is a transformative year as how I see the basis of this energy here. And overall, like if you can see him, he looks a little down and depressed. I feel like this may be a situation of coming out of a dark night of the soul or going through a particular situation that has kind of left you in a certain progressive phase where you're at one stage currently in this mode. I don't feel like this is something, with this being the 8 of Cups and moving away, that energy of moving away from something, I do feel that you're just kind of feeling through things for what they are and being present in those emotions. Seeing the water here, and then Cups is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But seeing it for what it truly is. And with this cup, I do feel that this may not necessarily be you. This may be someone that you are connected to as well. So just take it as it resonates, because I'm seeing a overall 5 of Cups energy. But we do have a total of 6 cups, where I'm going to explain this. So in sight, you would see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall cups standing with stems. But and then we see 2 cups here that have spilled over. So this could be a possible union that didn't quite work out, a situation or a relationship that did not go all the way through. But as I was saying, with that 5 of Cups energy here, this cup down here kind of plays a little peekaboo, to where I feel like this may attribute to an Ace of Cups growth that is coming in, and as you come out of this state, this overall energy here, and move forward. So as you're moving forward, I do feel that in addition to this 5 of Cups energy, like feeling like one has some kind of regret, or there may be a feeling of loss, and none of that is bad, you know. It's all healthy as long as you're feeling through it and not staying there. That's the important thing, is to continue to move forward, do what it is that is necessary for that particular part of the process, and heal from that and continue to move forward. Seeing the light after being through the shadows, after going through those shadows, actually seeing the light of the situation, and the fact that there are even cups there, I feel is going to help with this overall energy and being in a state of gratitude for what is available to you rather than what is no longer. Because as we do get rid of things, it allows, you know, what is actually meant for us as we go through that soul growth to bring in greater and have that abundance come in, I would say, you know, tenfold. And then that just increasing as we continue to go through cycles and are able to work that process and be in a state of mastery. But overall, Eight of Cups with that 8 energy as well, that is speaking to abundance as well. So again, that would go back to just kind of being grateful for what is present there, because you could have no cups, you know. And 8 energy is also the house of Scorpio as well. So this could have something to do also with business relationships, some secrets, things that may have just, you know, come to light, coming out of that shadow, and there being some kind of illumination. But I do feel that there is a very hopeful energy that is trying to make its presence known, with this cup down here being in addition to this Six of Cups energy. So let's see what the second card is. We have the Ten of Swords. Now this energy, when it did come out, it was in reverse. And so I do feel that this actually may be explaining Ten of Swords before I go into that and what it is explaining. If we see the sunlight here, the Ten of Swords is an ending. I feel with this sun ray, I feel that this is a sun ray that's going right through the energy of you and the throat chakra region. Also, I'm seeing a ray of light just go through the entire upper chakra regions, where the crown chakra and the third eye chakra and the throat chakra are definitely being energized by the sunlight. And I feel that with these particular activations, this is helping you to get through this ending of the Ten of Swords. Swords energy is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And seems like a majority of these swords, let me take a look here. A majority of these swords here are going towards your energy, where there is a present Two of Swords energy that is away from you. And that's speaking to, you know, some reflection, some contemplation, making a choice, I feel, when it comes to how it is that you want to do it, you know, really using your intellect and your speech as well. And I feel that this Ten of Swords energy is helping you to realize what it is that you need in order to be able to get through this process successfully. Being in that contemplative state. And I feel like this is exactly like what is explaining this. Because this, again, I'm going to also tie this in with the reversal and the overall feelings of it, as we do have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So that's another 8 in addition to that 8 of Cups energy, but the 8 of Swords, where I do feel that this is more of self-work, speaking to that shadow work that one must do, and really go within and reflect on their actual selves and the actual feeling of oneself and why they're feeling, like feeling through all of that. As I said with the 8 of Cups, really feeling through those emotions, and it, you know, possibly being, I would say, a situation where it was more painful in the past. But as I mentioned with the 8 of Cups too, as you're progressing, a lot of this energy that used to feel like this, I feel isn't that way anymore. And so with that 8 of Swords energy, that 8 of Swords overall kind of stands for one being in their own self-made prison, where they may feel they're unable to get out. Like I'm seeing the arms crossed here, where there may have been in the past some energy of being closed off, or just feeling like, you know, sometimes you're really in your mind and it's not a comfortable position for you. where that energy has been so effective and sometimes like impactful that it's actually taken pieces from, you know, the art of this sunlight that is surrounding you and been crumbled down by these swords. But I do feel with this energy and seeing this here and this overall speaking to an ending, that with this being in reverse, that this is what you are coming out of. And again, coming out of in a way where I feel the way that you're healing and working through this is quite different than how you have handled things in the past. And things, you know, may seem dire at points, and, you know, you got to try to figure out, you know, what is best for you. And so I feel like this is that energy here, doing what is best for you and coming out of that successfully, coming out of this Ten of Swords in a success, and moving forward towards the Ace of Truth, the Ace of Swords, where, you know, I was also seeing, you know, this one particular sword here, even though it's coming up, like, I do feel that this possibly may have landed and is just kind of there and not having the action of these other swords that are around. Because with that 10 also too, that breaks down to a 1 and brings us to that Ace of Swords energy, being in truth and living in truth. So again, there may have been some things coming to light, being illuminated, where you're feeling through this process and, you know, being able to come out of this Ten of Swords successfully. And with that sunlight energy being present there, I would say, you know, that has a lot to do with how you were able to succeed in that. And I think it's good, too, that we, for our first two cards, have the Ace of Cups energy and then also the Ace of Swords energy. The third card. Yes, and I just said this, coming out of this Ten of Swords in success, pretty much is what the Six of Wands energy here is. And I feel like this is telling the great story here of your journey and the current process with the shadow work and, you know, possible dark night of the soul, seeing what is surrounding you. And that, you know, with these cups that are around you and not necessarily, you know, these two cups, like taking the focus away from that and really coming into a Six of Cups energy where we have another 6 here. We've had two energies of 8 and then the 10 with the ending coming down to an overall 1, speaking to another ace, I feel, in addition to this Ace of Cups here. And that being a part of the sunlight energy where we do have sun and, being illuminated with that sunlight energy, given that warmth, coming out of the cold and the darkness, being transformed with this sunlight, and now actually being able to utilize this sunlight to work in your favor and to bring in abundance. Six of Wands energy, I feel, is also about victory. And I was seeing the Jupiter symbol that's on this man here and just totally owning his power, because we do have a lion here as well, where, you know, that's Leo energy and it's ruled by the sun. But with Jupiter energy and this being a Wands card, that Leo energy is present there. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I do feel that there is a connection with the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that we recently just had in this particular timing. And this reading is timeless, so just take it as it resonates. But from the 2020 energy where there was that strong Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that took place, I feel since then, like it's been a major transition for you ever since then, where it may have seemed like nothing was really happening for you, but you were steadily moving through a process and working through that and doing your best, I feel, each and every time, and now being able to be in a place where you're reflective of, like, I feel like there's a point where you just are kind of sitting back and maybe looking over like the past 6 months or so, even years, you know, at a time or whatever. But a particular situation has happened where you're definitely reflecting. And I feel coming into that state of gratitude, and with that energy, having some activation, working through that Ten of Swords energy and coming out of this successfully, and having something to show for it, where not only you have something to show for it, but it's actually, I would say, being made visible, what it is that all is related to as well. Like, I feel like a lot of you may possibly be misunderstood as to what it is that your purpose truly is, and you continue to do what's in your intuition and in your heart. You stay strong with the new endeavors. Seeing this wand here being held, this Ace of Wands, where I do feel that it's speaking to another ace. And so I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if we had the Ace of Pentacles energy. I feel with the sunlight, we kind of do have that already. And just speaking to your overall abundance with that Jupiter energy there too. But getting back to the wand, this being confidently held, I feel, because of what it is that you have gone through in the past, and being able to be in that power and that strength, utilizing that to have a very strong, passionate, and creative, very visionary type of beginning for you. Some of you may do ballet. Some of you may like to dance. This may have to do with dancing. And I do feel also too, it may have something to do with a connection and a gift that was given to you from your ancestors. This could also be having to deal with like Tai Chi or karate as well. And that, I feel, is helping you to come even more into your confidence and your power and your strength. And this could be a combination of all of those things that I just mentioned, where there are some of you in particular who are able to manifest and really truly tap into your gifts, realizing that you have way more in your treasure chest than you could have even imagined, and just really owning that and being proud of that, having a lot to look forward to and ready to initiate in a very fiery way, but very successful, very victorious. And I feel you have overcome a lot. You have a lot to show for it. And you've even gained this beautiful lion here by your side to kind of, you know, watch over you, I feel, and keep you and protect you, and to be a symbol at your side as well of that strength and the courage and the power and bravery that's within you. The overall fire energy that is being brought out in you because of your choices and what it is that you want for yourself. Before I move on to the next card, I just want to mention too that this Five of Wands energy, I feel like that's one of the obstacles, speaking to what it is that you have overcome, where with this Five of Cups energy, there may have been a tie here between that and the Two of Cups, where it could be you or someone else, but there may have been a soulmate situation where there was some competition, or there was the notion that one had to be at battle or to fight in some kind of way in order to win. And I feel like you have really discovered that the fight is actually within you. No need to, you know, participate in anything that, you know, other energies may be involved in that doesn't serve you anymore. And being able to lay this to rest. And I do feel too, with overcoming this Five of Wands energy, that could be possibly tied to that Two of Cups that is fallen over there. As you begin to stand up, like some of you may even dance over this. Like, I feel like this is like a leadership type energy that's kind of set at the beginning of a journey, that coming back to that Ace of Swords energy, but coming back in this Ace of Wands energy here as well. But at the beginning, and you totally walking over this or dancing over this, dancing through this, on top of this, and totally leaving this behind. Let's see what the fourth card is. And fourth card energy with the fours, those stand for mainly overall for stability, but I do feel that with that tie in stability, matters of the home, and tying that into unconditional love, nurturing and loving oneself, loving others, and being a great support within the home. So this is in reverse too, and I'm going to go ahead and keep that there. I normally don't do reversals, but the energy and with the 2 10s popping out, I feel like this is definitely speaking a very strong statement as to what it is that is being overcome, what it is that you may have held within yourself. And I feel you may, with these cups here, may be getting some assistance here from another and receiving some support that is helping you to come through this process successfully. And so, as I was saying, it's so interesting that I was seeing this man totally roll over these wands as he's getting up to move forward. And I feel like this lion is like sitting there waiting, excuse me, sitting there waiting and watching to make sure that the onset of walking over these 5 of wands here, that energy there, is not messed with. Because as that takes place, I feel this could be possibly, with this following the 6 of wands, and this is 10 of wands energy. Wands energy, again, is Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But as you can see here, like with this energy and seeing this card, I feel this is like more dancing. I feel it's like this is like an energy of motioning and working within oneself and bringing about that true spirit where the Kundalini is activated. Like I'm seeing a snake like dancing up around the spine with possibly some particular music, possibly some kind of meditation, some meditation tool of some sort. I feel very strongly about the music. But really taking that time to go within and work within oneself. And as you're doing that, like I just feel very strongly about dance movements taking place and being able to dance your way out of these wands. And so with this being in reverse and also being on one side of the 6 of wands, where the 10 of swords is on the other side of the 6 of wands, I feel this is not only speaking to major transformation, but 2 endings that have been very successfully overcome. And I feel with this following the 6 of wands that this is what this male energy is looking at as they're moving forward. I feel that with that 10 of wands, they could be seeing, like I feel like this is almost like with that visionary energy that I mentioned, like being able to manifest what it is you're visualizing. And so I feel that the next task coming from that 10 of swords, and this 10 of swords and this 10 of wands having to do with this 8 of cups and what it is you're walking away from and how you're working the situation in your favor. But this being the first hurdle, or not even the first hurdle, just something that you have had to work through in shadow work, possibly related to this 2 of cups, getting through that very successfully, rolling over these 5 of wands. Like these could even be like 2 sets of 10 of wands where we don't see a certain particular 5 of wands energy yet, but it's overall, I feel like it's here present in this 10 of wands. Where we do have 6 of wands, but I feel like with this separated from that 5 of wands energy, I definitely feel like there's another 5 of wands. Given that we have this 10 of wands energy with this creative ace of wands that solely has the power within itself to stand alone. But again, getting back to this, like as this man is looking forward, like normally I would see this as like a hopeful energy and what one is looking forward to But with this following, now I'm seeing this as, you know, almost like celebrating being able to come over these Ten of Wands and seeing, you know, before yourself, manifesting this energy where you're coming out of this Ten of Wands in this dance-like behavior. Like you're totally owning it. And so with that Ten of Wands being in reverse, I feel like that is something that has been come out as, has been come out of as well. And you just seeing that, like you, I feel, have possibly overcome this Ten of Swords, reflected on that, and now you're seeing, you know, what it is that you're going to do for yourself in order to get over this Ten of Wands energy and how you're going to do that. And I feel dancing or some kind of manipulation, movements of the body are that way. Saturn here, that energy is here as well. And so that definitely speaks to that Saturn-Jupiter conjunction that I was getting, where I do feel that that may have been a particular onset for you as far as that's concerned. And then again, with this Ten of Wands and Ten of Swords in reverse, these two energies being endings to this Two of Cups energy here, where you're moving into a Six of Cups energy, coming out of this state here. And with this falling underneath the Eight of Cups, I would definitely say that kind of speaks to what is beneath one. You know, and definitely underneath this Two of Cups energy here, where you're no longer feeling bound. I feel with that Eight of Swords energy I was getting from the Ten of Swords, like there's just a lot of things that you had to overcome as far as feeling bound, unmovable, feeling stuck, and you're no longer feeling like this. You've conquered this. And this could also be too, like seeing your success, like again, how you manipulated your way out of that Ten of Wands in reverse energy. Being very, like with the Saturn energy, I want to say too, like being very responsible, doing what is necessary, doing the hard work that is required. As, you know, to whom much is given, much is required. And then with the Jupiter energy, you know, just being blessed overall with an energetic abundance, and tying that in with the Saturn energy, like there's like a, almost like a polarity, and it brings about that equilibrium to bring in abundance from both Saturn and Jupiter energies. Because Saturn doesn't deny, Saturn only delays. And everything is always right on time anyway. So let's get on to the fifth card. The fifth card, 5 energy, is definitely speaking to transformation, what we got from that Ten of Swords card. And then I also feel too that with that transformation and coming out of situations that may have been hurtful or painful, being able to move out of that and come into that Ace of Swords energy I was speaking on, with that 10 breaking down to a 1, and coming into some new endeavors and adventures that are definitely bringing in more light and more clarity and more truth, especially with the overcoming of these two energies here very successfully. Wonderful, just as I said. So here we have the full card where we have wholeness. Yeah. Taking a leap of faith, feeling very confident about your new endeavor because of what it is that you have overcome, where you have come from, how you've done it successfully, looking on your, you know, on all of your accomplishments and how you've actually truly succeeded in what it is that you're doing. And because you have done that, we are brought back down to 0, which is actually before that Ace of Swords energy. And so with that Wands energy here, and then, you know, the Ten of Swords, and that coming down to the 1, I do feel that that Ace of Swords is you utilizing your wit, being smart in business endeavors, and knowing how to make moves in personal relationships. And after going through that reflective state and walking away from what no longer serves you, I feel that sword energy is being used as well, where you're definitely cutting through some things and releasing a lot of what isn't for your greatest good. I'm seeing the birds in flight here along with you. Like, I feel like this is more dancing. And with the Fool being on their tippy toes, like, I just feel that speaks a lot to the joy and the happiness of the Fool, and positioning oneself in a way to gracefully and successfully jump off of this cliff. But I feel like there's something there. Like, it appears like this may be a cliff, but you can see the land here and just how close it is to this rock. And so I feel that, you know, in a spiritual way, this is definitely speaking to the flight that is going to take place for you as there is movement, taking a leap of faith, jumping off of this cliff, but also landing in a very stable way. And I guess that would kind of give me that Ace of Pentacles energy. We have more sunlight energy here, where I do feel that this is kind of speaking to balance and that equilibrium energy I was getting, where these swords, if you remember, I mentioned, you know, that impact of what it is that you went through really had an effect on the sunlight painting here. And this being brought back together, where that sunlight is super strong. We have sun energy here as well with the Six of Wands and what it is, that work that you've done. And almost like, I would say like an interchangeable relationship between you and the sun. Very, very strong there, I'm getting. And then seeing these moons, the shapes here that look like moons to me. I feel like these are phases that, you know, you have been the phoenix rising from the ashes, and with your energy and how you have been rising up. I feel you have been doing this with the moon phases and also with the help and the strength of the sun, and having that overall happiness and joy and confidence after overcoming this Ten of Swords energy. What this Ten of Swords energy has brought in for you, going away from this, coming out of this and away from this, and what you are moving into, even following the Ten of Wands energy. Being very happy about what it is you achieved and have overcome, and ready to have a new start and a new beginning. I feel, you know, the energy here with your dog too, that some of you may have pets. You're very close to your pets. A very strong relationship there, where I feel that you may share a lot of your energies with one another, and also that pet is helping you. And this could be a totem as well. It doesn't have to be an actual physical animal. And then before I move on, just the overall importance. Like, I feel like your identity is very important here, and how you represent yourself. Not really caring about, you know, other opinions outside of you. Knowing what to take in and what not to take in. But being very confident in how you represent yourself. And I say you make a very high fashion statement that may be misunderstood. But I feel with, you know, certain phases, and as you continue to grow stronger, you're truly being seen for who it is that you are, and how you have overcome without really having to do a whole lot and put much effort into that. Like, it's just, you're glowing because of what it is that you're doing for yourself, and, you know, the overall universe helping you with that. I keep looking at the mountain range too. That may be significant for you. I feel that that connection has a lot to do with fresh air and being in new surroundings. Possibly some of you moving to the mountains, or vacationing in the mountains, or getting some grounding out in the mountain area, but also in the plains area too. And water is very important here as well, where I feel there's an overall balance of emotion with this entire energy. And that's speaking to that overall zero there, that wholeness that one is feeling within. And it beginning to show definitely very radiantly on the outer. Masculine and feminine energy too, here with the sun and the moon energy. And then some of you may like crystals and be into crystals, utilizing those crystals as you meditate. Also, floral energy here is strong and present as well. So that may be significant for you as well. And I feel like you're more, probably, you know, more comfortable coming truly within at nighttime. Like, I feel you have no problem doing this, you know, with that balance there if you need to in the daytime. But I really feel like you liven up. More like a serious energy here, I feel, where you're working on bringing in that abundance and representation of what it is, you know, that you're doing for yourself to move forward successfully. And then in the night, just like really popping and embracing that energy and allowing that to enliven you quite heavily. All right, so that's awesome. And especially with that falling underneath the Ten of Swords and then coming after that Ten of Wands there. That's really, really beautiful and a very, very good energy there. Let's see what the 6 card is. 6, this will fall under the 6 of Wands. So we would have 2 6 energies, regardless of what the actual card is, with this being the 6th card. 6s have to do with unconditional love. And I would say, you know, filling this Ace of Cups energy there, being able to fill up one's own cup. And this being obvious here with this journey that you've been through and where it is that we are now with that Fool card. Lovely. So we have the 6 of Swords. This is beautiful because now we have the energy of 3 6s there, where that impact there kind of speaks to the Trinity and that masculine and feminine energy I was getting. And then that connection with the overall divine, being connected to the sun, being connected to the moon, and really allowing that energy to enliven you. That's 3 energy where, you know, I feel like the 6s here with the 3 6s speaks to your magic and overall power. Swords energy, excuse me, is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And so with the 6 and the 6, I feel with the 6 of Swords energy, this is just kind of, again, speaking to movement forward. Like, I feel like the full energy that is within you that has overcome, like, there's motion here. And the motion, that energy, I feel is drifting into the other part of you to help you mobilize and to be able to be in your power and stand, like almost like these are like yoga poses where you could do this for like hours and stay there for hours, which is not something that one can simply do right away. You know, practice makes perfect. And I feel that you have definitely mastered, overcome and mastered these energies where you're able to be in success and to be able to have a movement forward, speaking to the 6 of Swords and what it is that is no longer serving you and what it is that you're moving away from. Totally owning these energies here and making sure that you are receiving the energies. Like, what you put out is what you are receiving back in return. I do feel that this is almost like a trophy to me, but I feel that this speaks to the overall health of oneself, especially with the yoga pose here and just how strong you truly are. And then with this whole energy here with the arm and the legs and the formation, I'm seeing this as an E, where that is actually speaking to initiation and movement forward. Even though this this man here is facing towards this Fool here, I feel that the reason that this man is facing towards the Fool is that they're this crown chakra energy that I was getting here. The sunlight energy, I feel this combination actually of the moon and the sun energy, of Saturn and Jupiter energy, I feel is that energy that is being received as one is meditating, as one is gaining strength and power. 6 of Swords energy I would say too, with the, like I'm seeing this as water here, but being balanced in one's emotions and being able to use one's intellect and how one sees things and feels things, being in their power. And because of that, open to receive what it is after the work that you have done. Setting yourself up, I guess is what I'm trying to say, you know, being in that full state and truly working the magic, possibly at nighttime. You know, I feel this is an energy kind of interchanging and playing together. But doing that dancing and that energy shifting to the other part of you where it's healing. I feel that crown chakra energy, the third eye chakra energy, and the throat chakra energy. And it's also coming down into the heart space too, that heart chakra energy as well. And we do have, you know, the arms crossed around the heart chakra energy here in that Ten of Swords that was being overcome. So definitely speaking to healing from that. And because you're healing from that and doing this for yourself in a very special and powerful way, seeing this as a pyramid, part of a pyramid too. So Egypt reference may be highly significant. And then overall, this bright yellow circle here is just confirming that sun energy that we've been getting here. That's very, very strong and present, which I do feel is overall speaking to happiness and joy and coming into that full state, being in that childlike energy, that playful energy, that connection to a possible soulmate as well with that Six of Cups energy. A very, very strong statement, but yeah, the sun is within you. I feel like this is that reflection from that energy that is being received by you. And it's doing some healing. That sun is healing as well. That sun and moon energy. This could be, you know, that sun and moon energy too, where this could be that moon energy, part of that moon energy. And it's showing a split with the sun energy down here. But they're still one and the same, where there's a connection here all the way down to the toe. And the sword surrounding this. So that is really, really beautiful, Taurus moons. I'm going to end it right there. I think this is a very strong statement. And congratulations. You know, if this resonates with you, I feel this just is with that sun, the very strong sun energy present in these cards together. And even here, like I'm seeing a circle of sun here. And then even at the bottom, I feel this is kind of speaking to the Leo energy with the red, orange, and the yellow energy. So we kind of have the sun present in every single card. Where I feel that that is definitely speaking to what is within you and how you have overcome and worked through that moon energy, that shadow energy, to bring out the sun that is within you. And this just showing the process of all of that and how you're truly receiving this energy after doing some walking away energy. And then being able to even be more in mobility and in your power, very strong in your power because of all of this that you've done for you. So Taurus moons, I thank you so much for being here. I hope that these messages were very helpful, enlightening, and empowering for you. I thank you all so much for your love and support, and I do wish you all the best. Until we meet again, take care. I love you. Peace.